Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3 just started, and I'm pretty sure you guys want some extra V-Bucks on your hands. So if that's the case for you, don't worry about it, because by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to get free V-Bucks in the brand new Fortnite season. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this video so I can show you guys how you can get yourself some free V-Bucks. But real quick, before we do that, we do this all the time. If you guys want to have a chance to get a free gift from me, it could be pretty much anything you want from the Fortnite item shop, like any skin, bundle, back bling, pickaxe, wrap, emotes, anything you could possibly want from the Fortnite's item shop, including the brand new Chapter 6 Season 3 Battle Pass. All you guys want to go ahead and do for a chance to get a free gift from me is just subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and comment down below your Epic Games username so I can obviously go ahead and add you guys and send you the gift if you end up winning. Good luck. Okay, so that's enough talking. Let's get right into this video. So like I said in the beginning, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get free V-Bucks here inside of Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3. And I'm going to do this by showing you guys 3 legit methods that are guaranteed to work, and you can use these to farm free V-Bucks. But before we get into these legit and guaranteed to work methods, there is one thing I got to tell you. And basically, these methods work very well. They're guaranteed to work, but they're not going to make you rich. You can farm a couple hundred V-Bucks, maybe up to 1,000 V-Bucks with them, but they're pretty hard to farm. They do work, but like I said, they take time, and they're not going to make you really rich. So I thought to myself, well, why don't we go and test out a glitch or something before we get into these legit methods? Because like I said, they are really well, but they're not going to give you as much as a glitch if it worked. Obviously, a glitch is not guaranteed to work, and most of the time they do not work, but what if they do? So that would be actually insane. So let's go ahead and test out a brand new free V-Bucks glitch I just came across on Reddit today. And if it doesn't work, we don't have anything to lose because we already have the guaranteed methods in our back pockets. But if it does work, that would be absolutely crazy for everyone. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So the first thing we had to do for this glitch is to go ahead and make our way into the buy epic section right over here, as you guys can see. And once we're here, we just got to choose one of these game modes. So either battle royale or zero build battle royale. I'm personally going to do it with zero build, so let's go ahead and click on it like this, and then all we got to do is just to click select from here. Now once we do that, we got to make sure we set this to solo, and if you're going to try to do this with your friends, I guess you could set it to anything else, but I'm going to do this alone, so I'm just going to set it to solo. We also got to make sure it's set to ranked off. Now once we choose solo from here, all we got to do is just to press play and load up straight into the game. And once we are loaded up into the game, I'm going to be showing you guys what we need to do. Okay guys, so the game just started and I am now in the battle bus. So once we're here, all we got to do is just to open up our map, and we got to go down here to this place called Demon's Domain, and we just got to go a little bit south and find this area over here. As you guys can see, there's going to be this like spiral, so put a marker on top of that, and all we got to do is just to go ahead and land over there at that location. So basically guys, just like I said earlier, we're not going to lose anything by testing out a free V-Bucks glitch. They're very rarely working. Sometimes we have seen a couple like glitches that have worked before, but most of the time they turn out to be fake. But like I said, we don't lose anything by testing this out because we already have the guaranteed methods that are going to work. We can use those to farm some V-Bucks. They're not going to make us rich, but we can still farm some V-Bucks and maybe end up getting the battle pass for free. But if this glitch ends up working, that can really change the course of things. We can buy a lot of things from the item shop. So let's go ahead and just give it a try, and there's nothing we can lose, right? So once we come over here to this location, we just got to go into it like this, and from here we got to go straight into this like bamboo forest, like whatever this place is. So we got to go like this, and we got to turn to the right side, and we got to come over here and find this reboot van. Now once we find this reboot van, you guys can also go ahead and collect some weapons if they're laying around. Obviously you don't have to, but it's like gonna make your life a little bit easier. Now if you have a chest over here at this location next to this reboot van, what you need to do is open the chest. After you open the chest, just pick up everything inside of it. If you don't have it, you don't have to do this, but if there's a chest here, just pick up everything inside of it and then go ahead and just break it just like me. Now once you guys go ahead and break this chest, the next thing we need to do is to basically find these things over here. So these seem to be like some sort of light or something. So once you guys find these, break both of them just like that. There you go. Both of them are now gone, and the light source is also gone. So after doing this, we got to come over here behind the bamboos, and we got to go towards the end of the island. So as you guys can see, there's going to be this like cliff over here. So make your way to this cliff, and you're going to be seeing that little island over there, and it's going to have that balloon going up just like that, as you guys can see. Now once you find this, just go ahead and shoot the balloon with any weapon. Like I said, we're going to need some weapons for this, so make sure you guys go ahead and just shoot the balloon with any weapon and make sure it pops. Now after the balloon pops, what we got to do is to go down from here. Let's make sure we don't actually die from fall damage. Let me find somewhere safe we can actually use to get down there, because if I jump from here, I'm definitely going to be dying from fall damage. Let me just look this way. We got to find a way to get down there, because our next step is going to be located down there. Because like I said, guys, I found out about this glitch on Reddit. So this is like one day after the season started, and some people were talking about a glitch they found, and they somehow ended up getting a couple thousand V-Bucks. Some people claim they got like 5,000. Some people claim they got like 3,000. But all those amounts are actually kind of crazy. So now I'm testing it out right now. So for the next step, we got to come over here and find this zip line over here, as you guys can see. And once we find this zip line, all we got to do is just to use it and get to the top of this island. Now, once we get to the top of this island, I'm luckily in the zone. You guys might not be in the zone, so you got to do this part a little bit quicker if that's the case for you. So it's got to go up from here like this. And then once we are here, we got to find this chest. Now we got to open this chest. We don't really have to pick up the things that come out of it, but you guys can also do that. Obviously that's up to you. And then after that, just break the chest over here again, just like we did with the last one. And there we go. Now once we break this chest, we got to break the tree next to it. There we go, just like that. And then lastly, what we got to do is to jump on top of this teddy bear that's sitting on this chair. And once we're on top of this teddy bear, we got to do any one of our emotes. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this one. It doesn't matter which one you do. Just do any one of your emotes. You can even do the default one. After you do the emote, just cancel it like this. Get down from the top of the teddy bear and just break the chair and this telescope just like that. So upon doing that, we need to come back here and take the zip line one more time. And we got to make our way back to the beach just like this, and then we got to go into this little house over here, like this little building. Now once we go into this little building, we got to go to the second floor of it just like this from these stairs. And once we're at the second floor, you guys are going to see all these boxes and everything located in this room. And also you got to make sure you see this red thing at the top of this like house. I don't know what that is. It looks like a lamp. I guess that's a lamp. So once we come here, you got to make sure it's this room over here. And we just got to break all these things over here one by one, just like that. So it's better if you break it in less hits, just like I am doing right now. Just break all the things over here, just like me. And then lastly, break the lamp. You can use your pickaxe or any weapon, doesn't really matter. And once you break everything inside of this room, what we got to do is to come over here to this location, and we got to find this floor. Make sure it's like the second one, not the first one. And once you find it, just go ahead and break it like that and fall to this floor over here right underneath it. And once you're here, break this one too, just like me, and then fall into the water. Now once you fall into the water, we got to go ahead and do our emote one more time. As you guys can see, we're going to try to do it, but it's not going to work. Let me see if I can find a spot over here where I can do the emote. There you go. We can do the emote right here in the corner. And after we do our emote, there is one more thing, one last thing we need to do. So we just completed most of the steps, and there's one last thing. And in order to do that, we need to get on top of a mountain over here. Let me see, I think that one is going to do the work. So let's go ahead and get on top of the mountain. And basically the next thing we got to do is just to jump and get eliminated from fall damage. So let's go ahead and go on top of this mountain. This is a very easy place to do it. If you're playing in builds mode, you can obviously build your own, stairs and jump from the top of those. That would also work. But we're going to do it from this mountain over here. Okay, so I'm over here at the edge of the mountain right now. Let me see where I can jump from. I guess this height is pretty good. Let's get a jump. And there we go. I just got eliminated just like that, as you guys can see. Now, after we do this, all we need to do is go back into the lobby by holding this button from here. There we go. I'm not going to cut this part out because at the end of this, once we go back into the lobby, we should get some V-Bucks if this glitch is legit. If it's not legit, we shouldn't get anything. Okay, so I just got the Battle Pass rewards. I don't think this has anything to do with the glitch, so I'm just going to quickly claim these right now. There we go. And I am now back in the main lobby of Fortnite, just like that, as you guys can see. So let's go ahead and take a look around and let's see if we got anything for free. So I'm going to go into my V-Bucks tab over here. Let's see if there's anything changing. Not right now. I don't see any changes. Let's go into the locker. Let's see if we got anything new. Let me put this to recent from here. Let's apply it. And yeah, these are the skins I got from Battle Pass and Item Shop. I don't really see anything new over here, so let's go ahead and skip these right now. And from what I see right now, this glitch did not end up working, but there is one thing I gotta tell you, because they said the glitch must work in a couple of hours, and this is just right after I did it, so it could still be real, but that's like a very slim chance, so we can't really be sure about it. If you guys want to try it out yourself, you can obviously do that and let us know in the comments. But yeah, this is the case for me. But even if it didn't work for you or for me, there's nothing to worry about, because like I said, guys, we have the guaranteed legit working methods that you guys can use to farm free V-Bucks here inside of Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3. So let's just get straight into those methods, and we have a new one. Okay, so starting up, the first legit method that you guys can use to farm some free V-Bucks here inside of Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3 is obviously going to be over here in the Passes tab, and we got to go into the Battle Pass. So this is like definitely something we got to mention. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know about this, but there's still some people out there who don't really know about this. So let's quickly mention this, and we're going to get to the other methods. Now, the first method is obviously going to be the V-Bucks you guys can get from the Battle Pass here inside of Fortnite at every season. Not specifically this season, this works on every single season. You guys can get some free V-Bucks from the Battle Pass, even if you don't own it. So even if you don't own the Battle Pass, you can get up to 300 V-Bucks for completely free by just leveling up. So if you reach level 100, you can just get up to 300 V-Bucks for completely free. And like I said, guys, you don't have to actually own the Battle Pass. But if you do own it, that's much better. So let's assume you guys use the other two methods to farm V-Bucks and get up to 900, sorry, it's 1,000 right now. Get up to 1,000 V-Bucks and purchase the Battle Pass. Now, after you guys purchase the Battle Pass, you can get up to 1,500 V-Bucks at every season just from the Battle Pass, on top of the 8 skins you get from it. So if you just do it one time, if you can get to the Battle Pass one time, after that, you're just good to go, because you can just like keep farming V-Bucks, and it's going to give you more than what you give it, and it's really amazing. So this is the first method. Obviously, I'm just going to quickly skip this one because I know most of y'all know about it. So let's go ahead and get into the second method you guys can use to get free V-Bucks here inside of Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3. Let's go back into the lobby like this. Here we go. And now the second method you guys can use to get free V-Bucks here inside of Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3 is going to be down here. Now we got to go over here to this section called By Epic. As you guys can see, it says created by Epic Games. So these are the official game modes. From here, what we need to do is to go to the right side and find this arrow. Now this is kind of like hidden, which is very interesting. Now once you guys find this arrow, just click on it like this, and it's going to open up this page for you. And as you guys can see at the bottom, we're going to have this game mode called Save the World. Now, once I click on it, I own this game mode. Some people do not own it, but let me tell you guys how you guys can get free V-Bucks from this method. So the sad thing about this one is that not everyone can do this method, but don't worry about it. The third method works for everyone, but the second method is also very good. So this is the second method. So if you own the Save the World game mode, there's a twist to it, but I'm just going to get to it right now in a second. If you own this game mode, you can farm free V-Bucks from it, and it's literally infinite, so it doesn't end. You can farm it forever and pretty much every day. So this is like really, really good, but there's a twist, and that twist is that you have to have the Founders Edition of Save the World, which basically means you had to buy this game mode back in the OG days. So if you haven't bought it back in the OG days, you can't do this. It's not going to give you V-Bucks, it's going to give you like XP. But if you did it back in the day, if you have it still, you can farm V-Bucks from this method. It is one of the best ways to farm free V-Bucks, because this is literally like a way to farm it. You just play the game, it just gives you little amounts of V-Bucks here and there, and it really adds up quickly. But like I said, this doesn't work for everyone, so let's quickly get to the third method, which works for every person, and it's literally amazing. It gives really big amounts of V-Bucks, and you can use it to farm V-Bucks. So let's get straight into it right now. I'm just gonna back out from here. Let's go back into the main lobby just like this, and let's go and tell you guys about the third method. Like I said, this works for everyone, but there's a twist to it, which is really sad, but there's always a twist for some reason, and this doesn't happen all the time. That's a twist about this one. So this happens at like special times and specific times, not all the time. You might not be able to do it right now, but just make sure you listen to it, because you're gonna need it once the day comes. So basically, the third method is joining the special events Fortnite hosts, and once you catch one of these events, you can end up getting yourself a ton of V-Bucks, a ton of rewards for completely free. But like I said, you can't really catch these all the time. What I mean by a special event is an event Fortnite hosts with influencers, for an example. You know, getting a bunch of influencers together and then making teams and then you guys can join a team of an influencer, and if that team wins, you get yourself a certain amount of V-Bucks. Even if you lose, you still get a certain amount of V-Bucks, a couple hundred, and if you win, you get a lot more. So events like this, that's what I mean. But like I said, unfortunately, these don't happen all the time, but if you catch one of these events, you can still get yourself a lot of V-Bucks, and the good thing is you don't really have to do anything. All you gotta do is just sign up for this event from its website or from inside of Fortnite. It really doesn't matter. Like, it could be different from event to event, but all you gotta do is just sign up for it, and if you win, you get a lot of V-Bucks, and you really don't have to do anything. But yeah, that was basically it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do not forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. So yeah, that was basically it. I will see you guys later in different videos. Take care. Bye.